A lot of people have this misconception that Gaza is associated with criminality and all of that. That is, let's just dispel this rumor right now. Just look around you. It's just people living in peace. Everybody was chilling out.
All the people them listen again. Calling our community in this moment, it's time to raise your hand and make you continue to put in the work and improve Jamaica land. From 1938 we have lead the way and that never changed. And today the strong foundation from way back when we're moving forward, we not turn back, building Jamaica, yes, block by block. The people's party
nice meeting.
people feel the country up on top. We're moving forward, we not turn back, building Jamaica, yes, block by block. The people's party working non-stop. People feel the country back on top. As the MP strong, yes, we strong. The MP strong.
So everybody love you so you're on it.
So come and we make Jamaica
It's never up there. You need to care about no, right now.
So come and we make
Can't be that the solar lights when it turn on tonight.
After all, the people's party. From way back when in the days of Norman and Michael Manley. And then PJ take over and pass it to Sister P. And then she pass it to Peter P. No markgolding at the box. We're moving forward, we not turn back, building Jamaica, yes, block by block. The people's party working non-stop.
Over the last 2.5 years, the majority of my health fairs have been held in Southeast St. Catherine. My pledge to you as MP candidate is that I will prioritize health, and the health fairs that are now being conducted will be expanded because of the resources that I will be putting in them through the Constituency Development Fund. This means that back-to-school medicals will be done entirely here, and you would not have to find any money at all to pay for these medicals. It means that we will bring in teams of volunteer doctors to treat the sick, to screen for diseases, to make sure the elderly are not forgotten as we try to make Southeast a better place to live. Not only that, but the PNP government will pay more than lip service to making it easier for the diaspora to contribute, because we recognize that not only should we count the dollars spent by the government and the private sector, but we should also count the value of the diaspora with their contributions to cash, kind, and services. And because of this, we will make giving easier for Jamaicans at home and abroad. This is our pledge to you. Vote PNP to make it happen. The changes we need in Southeast St. Catherine and Jamaica start with you. Patients should not have to lose their dignity while seeking health care here at the Waterford Health Centre. Although promises have been made in the past, I am committing because I know what it is like to work under these conditions, what it is like for patients, my constituents, my friends, to be seeking healthcare under these conditions. I know that it needs to be fixed. And it's not just about infrastructural development. It's about getting chairs. It's about not having patients sitting under a tent where they get wet when it rains. It's about having the equipment there for the nurses and doctors. It is having more nurses and doctors present so that they can treat the staff. It is about having the medication here so that patients can take their medications and they avoid getting the strokes, the complications of diabetes, the kidney failures. That's going to land them in hospital emergency rooms where they are going to be sitting for days in chairs. This is what fixing primary health care is about. And this is my commitment to you in Southeast St. Catherine, that the Waterford Health Centre is going to be faced under the next leadership after September 3. So go out and vote for change. Vote for Dawes, for your cause. Vote PNP.
Dr. Alfred Dawes says the death of the 24 newborns this month at the Victoria Jubilee Hospital points to a deeper systemic failure in the healthcare system of newborns at the facility. Shane Masters reports.
Shadow spokesman on health, Dr. Alfred Dawes, is demanding that Health and Wellness Minister, Dr. Christopher Tufton, release the full mortality data for the Victoria Jubilee Hospital from 2020 to present, as he suggested that deficiencies at the maternity hospital could have compromised the care of the babies. He rejected the explanation given by the Chief Medical Officer in the Ministry of Health, Dr. Jacqueline Besesa McKenzie.
Prematurity is a medical condition, not a cause of death. Victoria Jubilee continues to suffer from overcrowding, understaffing, and outdated infrastructure. There's a chronic lack of essential resources, including cooling blankets, ventilators, and proper parenteral nutrition for neonates. These deficiencies, combined with inadequate staffing, compromise the hospital's ability to manage high-risk pregnancies and provide life-saving neonatal care.
The health spokesman says reports indicate that there were 229 neonatal deaths at the hospital between October 2023 and June 2025. He has called for Dr. Tufton to confirm the accuracy of these figures. Meanwhile, Dr. Dawes says a spike in neonatal deaths and a high maternal mortality rate reflect a public health system in crisis.
Dr. Tufton must answer the following. How many neonatal deaths have occurred at VJH annually over the past 5 years? What has been done to improve these outcomes? What budget allocation was made to neonatal care? Was there a breakdown in infection control? And importantly, why was the public not informed sooner? Jamaicans deserve transparency and accountability. These were not statistics. These were children.
O'Shane Masters.
What does this community have in common with this community? They both have been neglected. In spite of the hundreds of millions of dollars spent in the Southeast St. Catherine constituency over the last 5 years, some communities have been left behind. They still struggle with roads. They still have an issue with water in their pipes, with the sewage systems. And as a result, they have not seen the benefits of their tax dollars at work. On September 3rd, you are not just voting for an MP candidate. You're voting for a brighter future. You're voting for yourselves, your loved ones, your families, and your community's best interest. It is time for a change. It is time to choose someone who represents your cause. Time come for a better life, Jamaica. Time come for change in Southeast St. Catherine.
My name is Rainier Benjamin, Councillor for the Westchester Division. And the Westchester Division includes the communities of Cumberland, Cumberland Meadows, Portmore Gardens, and Westchester, and a small section of the Independent City community, named Texas Avenue, Arizona Avenue, Nevada Avenue, and Augusta Drive. I wanted to know the reason why I'm endorsing Dr. Alfred Dawes to become the next Member of Parliament for Southeast St. Catherine. Dr. Dawes' vision for Southeast St. Catherine sits well with the residents in my division. His vision of twinning health and wellness with community development is exactly what is needed here in Portmore. He will be addressing the long-standing issues that we have with mosquito infestation by establishing a Portmore Health Department and put the powers of vector control treatment in the hands of the Portmore City Municipality. He's also well up there when it comes on to recreational spaces. He wants to develop more recreational spaces in all the communities to help with wellness in Portmore. And Dr. Dawes' vision and this portfolio ministry of health and wellness is exactly what will lift Portmore to the next level of making Jamaica and Portmore the place of choice to live, do business, and raise family. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Fenley Douglas, Councillor for the Waterford Division, and today I would like to endorse Dr. Alfred Dawes to be the next Member of Parliament for South East St. Catherine. Residents of Waterford, it is time for you to get first-class and world-class representation. It is time for you to have a Member of Parliament who is not tribal. It is time for you to get an MP who puts you first and understand why that big drain on Adair Drive needs to be clean. A Member of Parliament who understands why Waterford Parkway should not be in such a treacherous state. A Member of Parliament who should understand that the clinic at the Waterford Health Centre needs to be looked at because our people are dying there literally, and it is time for us to have a Member of Parliament who is willing to work with his councillors. We no longer need the tribal politics in South East St. Catherine. What we need is a partnership to grow our youths. What we need is a partnership for better employment. What we need is a Member of Parliament that cares. Dr. Alfred Dawes has my fullest endorsement to be the next Member of Parliament. So on September 3rd, 2025, come out early and vote for the People's National Party and let Alfred Dawes be that man of change.
And I'm going to state here tonight, for the record, that this government will go down as the worst government in Jamaica's history when it comes to healthcare. And I have my receipts to back it up, because them love come after me. More mothers know, even though them boast how much money them spending on healthcare. More mothers today giving birth, and this affects you as the youth, the childbearing age. More mothers have a higher death rate today than in the 1980s. Babies today have a higher death rate than 20 years ago. And they're blaming the babies and they're blaming the mothers. What can go so? Comrades, under this administration, cancer rates are the highest ever. Diabetes rates are the highest ever. High blood pressure and stroke rates are the highest ever. Chronic kidney disease that requires dialysis, the highest ever. You know what has gone down? For the first time in our history since independence. And this is the concrete evidence that this is the worst administration when it comes to healthcare. A baby born in 2025 has a lower life expectancy than a baby born in 2015. Everywhere in the Americas, people are living longer. Jamaicans are expected to die at an earlier age under this administration. We have to understand where we are going to know why it is so important that we all come out on Wednesday. And many people, they are undecided because they say both of the parties look the same and politicians' teeth. But where we may disagree on who we support more, one thing we can agree on: them man in a government, two thieves. We have a Cornwall Regional Hospital that moved from 2 billion to fix to 22 billion because them two thieves. We have people waiting in chairs for days because them two thieves. We have an overcrowded Victoria Jubilee Hospital where 24 babies are dying in 25 days and they can't fix it because them two thieves. But we all have to fix it.
because it's a Rhyme Up TV. People, God bless you, man, don't support it. Big Belly Sky is the workers' champion. That you are good youth and God bless you. So support him. Hey, Sky Joe!
My name is Dwayne from the World Immortals to all over. I don't know. Rhyme Up TV, man. Tell you about that TV station. Don't touch on the dial. You understand? World Stone Love. Rhyme Up TV. Of course. Angry.
I'm coming to the world Google. Not about Rhyme Up TV. It's a Rhyme Up. One of the real one them. That's why I need to stand up here, son. I do this. That's Rhyme Up. I'm real. I'm going to salute him. You hear that? Rhyme Up. Pick up yourself, you know. Rhyme Up.
Here from Manhattan News, the rebel girl Daniel there representing Rhyme Up. I love you.
Well, I don't know how I can marvelous to represent for DJ Rhyme Up. Rhyme Up.
Best them on there ain't no stress, then you don't know it. Sean Paul alongside the Rhyme Up. Tell some boy them time up. You don't know it go. Rhyme Up. Play music. Dirty.
Rhyme Up. Well, global Rhyme Up. Because you're real talking. I am telling you.
Talk on this Rhyme Up.